While America argues over budgets in Congress, while Europe reminisces about its golden renaissance, and while India and Japan chase dreams of tomorrow, China is already building the future today. From the neon skyline of Shanghai to bullet trains racing from Beijing to Guangzhou, from the Great Wall that has stood for centuries, to mega projects like the Three Gorges Dam and the Belt and Road Initiative. This is the story of how China rose, not quietly, but unmistakably to stand above the rest. 5,000 years of history, a culture older than Rome, older than Christianity itself. China gave the world the compass, gunpowder, paper, and printing, inventions that reshaped humanity. The Silk Road stretched from Xi'an to Constantinople, carrying silk, porcelain, and tea across continents. But then came the Opium Wars, the unequal treaties, foreign domination. Britain took Hong Kong. Japan invaded Manchuria. Concessions split cities like Shanghai and Tianjin. And yet China endured. It adapted. It rebuilt. In 1949, Mao Zedong declared the People's Republic. Where Europe rebuilt with American aid, China largely rebuilt alone. Where the Soviet Union collapsed, China survived. Where other empires faded, China returned. In the United States, Harvard and MIT symbolize prestige. In Europe, Oxford and Cambridge carry centuries of tradition. But in China, education is a weapon. Each year, over 10 million students sit the Gaokao, one exam shaping futures. China produces millions of STEM graduates annually. Shanghai's students top global PISA rankings in math and science, where Western students average 6 hours a day. Chinese students often push past 12, where Europe faces shrinking classrooms. China's schools overflow with new minds. In the talent race, China runs with millions at its back. Manufactures at a scale no nation can match. From Shenzhen's electronics corridors where Foxconn assembles iPhones, to coastal plants shipping steel, textiles and smartphones worldwide. China now produces nearly a third of the world's goods, and the reputation has shifted. Not just cheap copies, but DJI drones, Xiaomi rail spans over 40,000 kilometers, more than the US, France. And Britain's HS2 has been debated for decades. China builds entire cities like Shenzhen in a single generation. The difference is speed. The difference is scale. Once mocked as a copycat, China now leads. Electric vehicles, BYD sells in the millions, with NIO and XPeng pioneering battery swaps. Telecom. Huawei rolls out 5G across continents. Green energy. China dominates solar panels and battery supply chains. The Gansu wind farm sweeps the horizon. Hollywood once ruled cinema. Japanese anime once ruled imagination. But China's film industry now out-earns Hollywood at home. The battle at Lake Changjin crossed the 900 million mark.
I believe we will succeed!
TikTok, born as Douyin, dominates global downloads. Tencent shapes gaming through Riot and Epic.
Gripping with my cold hands, the shapes I used to take. I don't like a strong man, but it's easier to push away. Can't take it all in here, where the stay I got it all. And my shadow is stretching out through all the things I left behind. It's in my blood, it's in my veins. Oh, it's in my blood, it's in my veins. Got my life, in the same. There is nothing you can take.
Chinese animation from Neza to The King's Avatar wins fans across Asia, while historical dramas like The Longest Day in Chang'an showcase lavish storytelling. As theaters empty in the West and anime studios face shortages, China scales culture at economic speed. Most nations are young. China is a civilization state. It watched Rome collapse, the British Empire vanish, the Soviet Union dissolve, and still calls itself Zhongguo, the Middle Kingdom. America is barely 250 years old. The European Union is younger than many citizens. China plans not in election cycles, but in decades, in centuries. In Beijing, parades show strength through hypersonic missiles, Pakistan, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor links the Himalayas to the sea. In Kenya, a modern railway cuts across savannas. In Greece, China owns the port of Piraeus, Europe's southern gateway. Through the belt and road, trillions flow in steel, cement, and credit. China welcomes Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Egypt into the fold. At the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, it partners with Russia and Central Asia. Each handshake, each signature, a counterweight to the West's dominance. Across the Pacific, Washington watches closely. Each ship launched in Shanghai's yards, each satellite sent to orbit, each hypersonic test is read as a challenge.
As you could hear right there, the phrase "serve the people" was written into the party constitution at the 7th National Congress, the Communist Party of China, in 1945. Serving the people wholeheartedly was established.
But China does not declare open confrontation. Instead, it builds. It invests in semiconductors, rare earths, lithium, copper, and global supply chains. It prepares not just with weapons, but with resources and allies. China's ambitions stretch beyond Earth. By 2030, it plans to place astronauts on the moon. By 2049, the centenary of the People's Republic, it speaks openly of being the world's leading power. It builds a digital Silk Road of 5G, satellites and AI. It invests in green energy at scales unseen in history. It positions itself not as challenger to America's century, but as heir to the next one. The Belt and Road stitches together Asia, Africa, and Europe, a vision few dare attempt. So, why is China better? Not because it is flawless, not because it has no struggles, but because it builds while others argue, remembers while others forget, and plans for centuries while others plan for tomorrow. The story of China is not just a nation story, it is a civilization reborn. As the world looks to the future, it is not the world that sets China's pace. It is China that sets the pace for the world.